Okay, everybody, today we are going to do a basic instruction on how to run vouchers using Power BI for both our regular DTS and arrows and our IDT orders. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Power BI, we're going to download the data, we're going to export it into Excel, and then I've created a macro that we're going to be able to take that data, put it in, run it, and it's going to shoot out a good format for everyone to use, so everyone has the same format, and you're not wasting hours and hours trying to figure out how to format it. So to start off, we need to open up Power BI. I've already opened it. This should be the page you come into, FM Morning Paper. So at this point, we're going to start by downloading the arrows and DTS orders data. So first thing we want to do is on the left side of the screen, you have your options. There is the Open Travel Document. You want to select that. And Power BI can be slow at times, so just be patient. I'm using Chrome. It seems to be a little faster than Internet Explorer. Either will work. So here we have our Open Document Listing Travel. So on the right side, you have your filters. So there are three filters that are always going to be the same, and that is the Wing filters. So OAC is always going to be 62. Your deemed site ID is always going to be F2M, and your OE is going to be F623E. At that point, you will come down to your cost center. The cost center is your unit's RCCC. So for my unit, the 35th, it is 3311C8. So you're going to want to select that, and with all four of those selected, you are going to go into the Combined ODL Travel and click that link. At this point, it's pulling all the open arrows and DTS orders for your unit or whichever unit you were trying to pull for. So once you have this data, and it should say right here in this one, 34 export, good to go. Below it, there should be a little tab down here. Sometimes it doesn't want to work. There it is, more options. If it works like it's supposed to, it should be three dots. So once you have your data there and you get this more options, click it and go to Export Data. Once you export data, you're going to get this summarized data. Just hit Export. And save it if you want as whatever you want. And open it. Okay, now that you have all of your raw data that we just pulled, you're going to enable. You're going to come up to the left corner to select all and just copy. Now you're going to want to have this macro, Power BI macro, open. So on the bottom I have two tabs, regular vouchers, IDT vouchers. This really doesn't matter, I just put it there so you'd have two different files. You can keep opening workbooks, the macro will work no matter which page you put it on. So for regular vouchers, same thing, make sure that field's selected and paste it. Now you've just put all that data into our macro ready file. So you're going to want to go up to the top, hit the View button, and go over to the macros. So there are two macros, IDT vouchers and Power BI. So for the regular arrows and DTS orders, we want to get the Power BI and select Run. At that point, it's going to give us all this information in a much easier to view format. So what we first want to do is we want to come up to our traveler name and type in no supply or no sup. It works. Or just come down here and select no sup. So these are orders that have been in the system that are not actual orders. We just want to clear them out so they're not in our way. So you're going to select all those rows and hit delete row. Then you're going to go back to Traveler and select all. Now you have all the orders that are in the system for arrows and DTS. So we want to find only the orders that are 60 days or more. So we go to the first column, or second column under age, so it'd be D2, and you want to select all these columns. So you can hit Control Shift down, and it will take you down to the last column with an entry. At this point, you want to go back to the Home tab, and you want to go Sort and Filter. And we want to go smallest to largest. That puts them all in order. At this time, you want to take anything that's not 60 days, or that's less than 60 days off, because those we're not worried about. Now you have all your orders, DTS and arrows. On the left side, you can see the document numbers here. I bring it down just so I know it doesn't take up screen, and I know ARR, that's arrows, DTS is DTS. So at that point, you will go to the last cell in E under UOO. UOO is going to be the total cost that's left on that order. So the very cell below the last entry, and then you're going to go up here to the auto sum function and just click that. So now we have the full sum of all orders, DTS, and arrows that are not IDT for your unit that are 60 days or more. Then in the column next to it, just type total. So now you have a format that has the total, the names, the age, and the basic information you need with the DTS or the travel order number and all that. On the right, your unit comments. That's where you'd put any comments that you'd have for your commander or whoever you're reporting this to. At that point, you're done with the regular vouchers. So now we would go back to our Power BI, and we will go down back to our cost center, and we will have to select all. So the issue we have with the IDT is the cost center is not placed to one unit. It's usually either to the wing or group. So we can't really differentiate members and units. It's really hard to pull the data like we did on the last one where we could just pick our unit. So now we need to go to the, I believe it's OSC, ESP. We need to find IH. IH is the all the IDTs. Now we have IH. Still have all these three wing identifiers. We're going to do the same thing as we did before. Export data. Once it's saved, open it up. And just like before, enable, select all, copy, back into that macro. Then under IDT, do the same thing, select it, and paste. And just like before, go to the view, macro, and run the IDT vouchers. At this point, you have all of the IDTs in the wing, and this is the portion that's going to be kind of a pain because we're going to have to go in and select our members that we want for our unit. So I will show you how I do for mine. First off, we want to go and do the no supplier. That's when it works better. So all these are, we just want to get rid of them. So do the same thing, select them all, delete row. Then you want to come in and do the fun part of finding your members. I will find the ones that are in my unit, And you should know who your members are. You usually only have one or two. At this point, you have all of your orders that are IDT. Same as before. I'm going to come in here from the home, hit the sum function, and total. The IDTs, they really want to push because we have so many outstanding across the wing. If you wanted to put a comment, you can. I haven't yet. This is just the first make of this product. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of changes. I'm sure some of you are really good with Excel, so if you have any ideas and want to toy with it and play with it, go ahead. I'm just doing this because the wing needed a product, so I made something that could hopefully work for everybody. But I also want to make sure that I get input from everybody so we can make sure that we have the best product that does work for everybody. I'm not an ODTA. I don't deal with these numbers every day, but I am here to help with anything you need. So at this point, you should have both your regular arrows and DTS orders here and all your IDT orders. So that would be the product you can run at any time. You don't have to wait for the 433rd to push out their numbers. And then you can give it to your commanders with all the information you have so we can work forward to try to get all these vouchers paid out. If anyone has any questions, suggestions, ideas, feel free to get in contact with Master Sgt. Vielman. She can send that information to me, or you can just message me directly at Jerad.Fritze.2, that's my military, and I'll get to that as soon as possible. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and let's get these vouchers taken care of. Thank you.